My name is Connor Cunningham. I am the Public Information Officer for the Douglas County Sheriff's Office. My first name is spelled Conner. My last name is spelled Cunningham. Here to answer any questions about yesterday's incident. However, this is still an active investigation, so I might not be able to answer the questions that you have at this time to preserve the integrity of that investigation. So if we can get started. First question. Can you tell us what happened? Yes, I can tell you what happened. Yesterday morning at 10 o'clock, Douglas County deputies responded to the area of Parker and Lincoln at the Cherry Knolls apartment complex on a shots fired call. When they arrived, they were greeted by two male subjects who rushed them into an apartment where a Douglas County deputy found a young lady who had a single gunshot wound to the head. A Douglas County deputy immediately rendered aid in an attempt to save her life, which was successful in that when South Metro Fire Rescue arrived, they were able to take her to Parker Adventist Hospital, where she is currently in critical condition. After the victim left the scene, Douglas County investigators came in and they arrested a male suspect who they believe lived in an adjoining apartment. What we know so far is that this male suspect negligently discharged his firearm, which means he accidentally, to his story, pulled the trigger, and the bullet went through his apartment and struck this poor young lady. Next question. Do you have a name for the suspect? We do not have a name for the suspect at this time that we're able to release to you. Again, at the conclusion of our investigation, we will get you guys a name. Who was harmed? How many people were harmed? Just this one young lady was harmed. She was in the apartment with her husband, and she was feeding her dogs, and like I said earlier, the suspect's negligent discharge entered through her kitchen and struck her in the head. Are those that are harmed getting help? How are they? As I stated previously, the female victim is in critical condition. The doctors over at Parker Adventist are doing everything they can to save her life and improve her condition. Is the situation under control? Yes, the situation is under control. Like I said, there was only one suspect that we're aware of. After he was arrested, Douglas County deputies canvassed the entire apartment complex there for other bullet holes, other evidence of another shooter, anything like that, and none were located. It was just this one individual. What is being done in response to what happened? So just like any crime that's committed in our Douglas County, we have a group of investigators that are interviewing the suspect, going through the apartment, mapping up bullet trajectory, taking pictures, talking to any sort of witness. That's sort of what happens during these active investigations. Moving forward, after we get his testimony and we've collected all the evidence and kind of come to a consensus on what happened, at that point he'll be charged with a crime if he in fact did commit a crime, and then it'll be up to the district attorney and the judicial process to take it from there. How long will it be before the situation returns to normal? So our deputies, as I stated previously, this is day 2 of the investigation, are still at the apartment complex. To my knowledge, we'll be out of there this evening. If we're not, we'll be sure to update the community that was affected there in the apartment complex, and we can also reach out to whoever wants to know as far as reporters go. What was the cause or motive? So again, because this isn't an active investigation, I don't have that answer. However, as soon as it's made known and as soon as we're ready to release the suspect's name as well as the victim's name, we will certainly do that. It will most likely be another press conference. And in addition to that, we will also post to our social media the name of the suspect and the name of the victim. Next question, why wasn't this prevented from happening? So unfortunately, the gun culture in the United States, depending on what your opinions are, has gotten a little out of hand. The number of people that currently own guns is in the hundreds of thousands, and unfortunately not everyone is familiar with how to operate a firearm. I do not know that that is what happened in this situation. Again, our investigation is going to come to a conclusion on that, but it's very difficult to prevent accidental gun violence in a society with the Second Amendment. Do you think that those involved handled the situation well enough? I believe that the Douglas County Sheriff's Office did everything that we could. We were at the apartment within 5 minutes. We were actually there before South Metro Fire Rescue arrived. We immediately rendered aid to this young lady who was the victim of a horrible crime. And I think that if we weren't there, that she might have been in even worse condition. All of our deputies are trained in what's called TCCC, which is combat medic training. And so when our deputy got on scene, he immediately started, wrapping her head and making her as comfortable as possible until South Metro could arrive. So yes, I honestly believe that we're doing everything that we can. Next question. Next question is, what is your personal opinion? Again, I do not have any personal opinions. We are a law enforcement agency. We work off of facts. We work off of testimony. We work on evidence. I have no opinion whatsoever in this. As I stated before, we responded to a call for service. We handled that call for service, and we are continuing our investigation at this time. I will never give my opinion on a crime that occurred, and all I can say is that what occurred was a tragedy, and we're doing everything that we can to resolve the situation. Last question we have time for. Are people out of danger? Are people safe? In regards to this incident, yes, the community is safe. Everyone that lives in that apartment complex is safe. Everyone's safe at this time. So that's all the time that we have currently. Moving forward, you can reach our public information office at 303-870-0097 for any comments, questions, concerns. We do have people, on the line that are willing to do that if we can answer your question. There will also be media packets distributed at the end of this press conference. And then additionally, you can check our Twitter account as well as our Facebook account at Douglas County, and look for updates there. So thank you so much for your time.